Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rock the Mic podcast, all hip hop all the time. Sorry for the we haven't been here for a while. I was getting them situated, and obviously this is a new setup, getting everything situated, but we're back, ready to produce some consistent content for you guys. And today I am joined by my man Cole Hamilton of Youth Service. Cole, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just woke up, still trying to get my mind going. I had
Yep,
a Cliff Bar, so doing
Breakfast of
pretty good right now.
Champions.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
um, Glad you could be on the show. Really appreciate you coming on. I just want to start. Let's just start with when did you decide to start making music?
I think like 28 October 2018. I think,
Okay.
like, to nail it down. Uh, but to be 100% honest with you, I saw a guy making music. You remember Rap Villainy?
I think yeah, that account.
He was just making music on Instagram Live, and I was like, you know what, shit, I can do this too. So I just I just kind of went from there. But I
I
mean,
vaguely remember that. Yeah.
at
Cool,
the
cool.
time I was bad, but I mean, I progressed so far.
Growth.
Growth, definitely
Exactly.
growth.
Who would you say is a major influence or influences on your music? Because when I was first listening to your stuff, I thought it kind of reminded me a bit of Mac Miller just because of you're a white guy, but I honestly, the vibes and stuff like that, that kind of gravitated, my mind went to, oh, that's Mac Miller. But
Yeah.
do you have would you say he's an influence? But if not, who would you consider an influence on your music?
I mean, I don't know, shit. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, Max a pretty big influence for me. But I like acts like Injury Reserve.
Yep.
Obviously, there's times like MF Doom, all that shit.
Yep.
Uh, Tyler too. I mean,
Hmm.
like the
I
mainstay,
picked up on that too, I think.
especially with these new albums that have come out. I don't know, but I'm trying to think who else. Shit. Oh yeah. Some Brockhampton, I guess, but just kind of stray away from that. Of
Hmm.
course. I'm trying to think who else. Damn. This majority it.
Okay. Okay. Some good influences. I could definitely hear a lot of those themes in your music, that kind of thing. Um, so what is I always ask everyone that I ask has a different answer for this. And I always like to hear everybody's approach to this. So what is your recording process like? Do you figure out the concept first, get the beat first? Like, what's your situation?
Okay. So usually when I'm working on youth service stuff, someone will send a
Hmm.
beat into either the beats channel or where we're already working on something.
So do
So
you guys have a Discord?
yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, we operate through Discord pretty much. And I just kind of download the beat, loop it, or throw it in Logic and just start writing for it. Just
Okay.
trying to see. I don't I don't really go into something knowing what I want to write about. I just kind of sit down and like find out there.
Yeah.
But I write the
Right.
beat and then, or not write the beat. Fucking I write the verse and then just as I'm writing, I'm kind of practicing it, nailing things down to a T while I'm like sitting right next to my microphone.
Yep.
And so I can get that, so I know what it kind of sounds like, what delivery I want to find out with, what cadence I want to go with, stuff like
Right.
that. So I can just experiment while I'm
Right. That's cool.
in
That's
in,
cool.
in progress.
Yeah. 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 And music, is that something you could see yourself doing full time? Is that something you would like to pursue
I'd
fully?
love to, not right now. I don't think, definitely not at the point right now, as I'm
Right.
currently sitting in a college
College
dorm.
dorm. Yep.
But it's definitely something that if success starts to pop up, it's definitely something I would love to do, especially with the boys of youth service.
Of course. Shout out to them, all of them. We're going
Shout
to talk
out
a
the
little bit.
boys.
Yeah, the gang. We're going to talk a little bit more about youth service a little bit later. But for now, let's talk a bit about your solo career. I want to talk about Utopia, which is produced entirely by Jay Powers. I just want to know, how did you guys hook up for this, and what was the recording process for this like with just one producer?
So Jay Powers is the pseudonym. What is the name? moniker of Brady Miller, a former youth service producer.
Hmm.
We met through youth service, but
Okay.
we we made one track together. I think the first track we made was Ice on the Road, and as you can
Okay.
see, I think one of your next questions or one of your future questions about the music video, but as you can
Yes.
see, that song was made like way back in fucking
Yes.
November, December, or some shit.
Hmm.
The rest of the album wasn't made finished till like May or June. So it was actually really nice working with just one solo producer
Yep.
and just kind of keeping the aesthetic of one production style for an entire record.
Right.
But the process pretty much kind of the same. Work through
Hmm.
Discord, you send a beat in, I kind of write for it. And that project for me was uh very therapeutic at the time because it was a very
Okay.
bad point in my life,
Yep.
as you can probably tell by the themes on the record.
Yes. Yes.
But it's very therapeutic for me and helped me get through definitely a time I didn't think I was gonna get through. But I think I've talked so long I forgot the original question.
Oh, just how how you and J Power, hooked up for the to make it, but you kind of answered it. And then working with one producer, like it was that. I'm sure you guys were able to play off each other pretty well. Um, Maybe bounce ideas off each other. It's probably good to have another head in the studio, kind of helping you out
Yeah.
with that kind of thing.
It was a funny moment that happened with Ice on the Road is
Yep.
when what is it? It's the bridge, I think, or right before the hook
Okay.
with the like bombastic drums. It's funny because I explained it to him and he had no idea what I was talking about. So I had to record a video of me going like, because one of my favorite movies is Whiplash.
Okay.
So I really like the jazz and like all the drum shit in that movie.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
I was like, like I recorded myself just going.
And he's like, oh.
It's like, yeah, I think I can work that. I think I could try and figure that out.
There you go. There you go. That's Cole Hamilton, Jay Powers.
It's like
um,
most innovative ways to demonstrate what you want, just
Hey, as
through,
long as you get the job done, as long as you
yeah.
get the job done. I do want to talk about, you mentioned well, first of all, I'm glad you got through that rough time in your life. Glad everybody can, mental health is a very important thing, very looked over. And I'm glad you got through that. And I'm glad music was therapeutic for you because music is therapeutic for me as well. My favorite song on Utopia is For a Minute, and that contains some pretty heavy lyrical content and about your personal demons, insecurities, things of that nature. Black Mask, in our last interview, his whole album "We All Die in the West" is pretty much a story of his depression and how he fought through that. And I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked him. What made you so comfortable being able to express that through music and being so transparent with your listeners, friends, family that listen to it? What made you so comfortable being able to express that?
Ah, shit. I don't know if it was just me openly wanting to be vulnerable. I
Yep.
just I didn't have much to write about at the time. I was in quarantine and I
Yep.
was just gonna write about what I was doing. I was staying up late, just playing 2K. There was
I
music
feel
on
that.
and no
I feel
one.
that.
And like I'm not even a big 2K guy. It's the thing. So like I was just playing to play because I didn't want to talk to any friends really. I just wanted to stay up late,
Yep.
just kind of focus. It was a way for me to like partially think about what was going on, but try and distract myself with just a mind-numbing thing like playing 2K, my career.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it just came to me and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll just write about what's happening in a way, like not as cryptic, but like not like touching every base, just
Right.
kind of being kind of open in where my writing process goes with that.
Okay. Okay. Well, again, glad you got through that. And I'm glad your music and whatever music you had listening to, I'm glad that helped you through it. Because, like I said, same thing with me. Um, in the future, obviously, this was entirely produced by Jay Powers, as we said. Could you see yourself recording another full length project with just a singular producer, or do you think you could see yourself tapping into multiple different producers for your next project?
Next solo, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a song with Jay Powers that I just done nothing with just because we haven't made anything else, but that's
Yep.
kind of my fault. But I definitely like to. I'm not really too focused on solo stuff right now at the moment. I might.
It's all youth service right now.
It's pretty much all you service because
Gotcha.
we have some plans for that I
Okay.
don't know if I can share about yet, but I might tease to.
Okay.
I definitely think I'd want to. I know there's a couple Louisville producers that I'm at least kind of in touch with.
Okay.
Shout out Doughboy. I definitely want to try and work with Shy one day. But I think it'd be interesting to have a more, instead of a collab album, have a more like industry kind of
Right. I see what you're saying.
incorporated. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a diverse
'Cause,
kind
like,
of sound. Yeah.
yeah. Because I used to, like, 100% honest, I just used to steal my fucking beats off YouTube.
I know a lot of
And
people that do that.
I go specifically for the ones that were royalty free, so you could put them on streaming.
Smart.
Easy.
Smart. Smart move. Um, Quarantine was a big, obviously we all went through it. You actually participated in these quarantine concerts in May and June, which is I think actually was one of the first ways I discovered you, because I think I followed somebody that followed you or something like that, and they had posted it, and I was like, this is kind of cool. So I checked it out, and I'm pretty sure that was my first exposure to Cole Hamilton. How did you connect with the guys that ran these quarantine concerts, and what was it like, that experience performing your music live? What was that like?
Graphics or Dan. I'm probably just gonna refer to him as Dan in this because that's how
Okay.
I know him. I don't remember the first time I really came in contact with him. I think it was through Hugh Rapis. I think his name is Rap or Avatar Jack Hugh on Instagram.
Okay.
That might have been the first time I came through him through a group chat. But he's a really chill guy. Dan is. And he asked me one time for the second show if I wanted to join because I saw the first one and I thought it was a cool idea. And
Yeah.
so I came through for the second one, and I he said it. I look back on the performances now. I don't think they're anything special, but he said that they were like the show stealing ones. So I was pretty proud of the performances at the time.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a fun experience. Gave me experience on a stage, even though it's in my bedroom, and it's
Right.
not really anything ground fuck, what's the word? Anything like actual stage, actual crowd in
Yeah.
front of you. But
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
time, it was a good learning experience, learning moment for me to have in my
Of
career.
course. Of course.
Hopefully one day I can go down to Atlanta where Dan is and actually perform in front of a crowd during one of his live events.
That would be sick. And I was just gonna say, I think those performances are great. I think you have a great energy. Um, Obviously the music's great, and I definitely think that could translate over to, a live stage with a crowd. But you have it's an Instagram live, so there's people in there. It's definitely, there's still pressure, but obviously very different. But I definitely think you can nail that shit in the future. So shout out to you for that one.
Yeah, his internet sucked ass during the
Yeah,
performance.
I
Every
saw
time
that.
I would kick out, like it wouldn't let me in the fucking show.
Hmm.
Fuck you, Dan.
Fix your internet, bro. Fix your internet. Good internet is crucial. So we just talked about Ice on the Road, the video for that. So did you intend for that to be like the lead single, or that was just like a one-off thing at the time?
Shit. Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
We made the song, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing nothing today, so I just kind of went outside and just started recording a video.
Been a minute since I seen that G fall asleep in the backseat. On my heart, never skip a beat. Known to skate on these beats. Take me back, get a repeat. On my Kobe 3P. I've been moving around slowly, knowing nobody hold me down. I've been on a mission. I'm just trying to hold a crown. Ready for the intermission. Throw me down to the ground. Ask for my permission. I've been on a mission, bitch. You know I hold it down. Yeah.
Just because music's always been kind of a nice, or not music, sorry. Video's always been like, everyone as a kid made fucking YouTube videos and shit.
Of course.
Like I used to make Minecraft videos and Call of Duty cut columns and shit just for the
I
fun
was
of it.
Minecraft, 2K, Pokemon. Everyone's gone through it. Everyone
Yeah.
has.
But I mean, now I'm here at university studying film, so it's kind
Okay.
of into my adult life. But I just kind of felt like, you know what, I'm gonna shoot something. Just try and put something together after we made this song to put a visual behind it.
Yeah.
And I originally started on it and I couldn't edit it because my computer was too shit at the time. So I had to wait till I got a MacBook, and then that's when I started editing it in like May. So it didn't even come a demo or a draft version till then.
Okay.
So it sat on the shelf for a long ass time, and I'm actually
Mhm.
surprised that I kept the footage. But I think I went back and I shot some more stuff later on, like
Right.
the chopped bit when it's me moving around
That was cool.
frame
That was
wise.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was shot after in like May or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I thought, I thought the Ice on the Road video was cool. Obviously, it was unintentional for it to build hype for Utopia, but I definitely think it was well received and, great beat, great lyrics, great delivery. So I thought the video was great. Could you see yourself making more videos in the future? I know you guys, I think you guys, there's some youth service videos out, right?
Yeah, the youth videos are all directed. Actually, I don't know if they're. I think they're directed by Liam. Don't quote me on that, but I know they're shot by Anthony.
Yeah.
But they're all shot in Australia, so
Huh.
there's not really a chance that like me or anyone else who's in America would be in there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely some more that are gonna be put together, especially for this new music because they need
Yeah.
videos. But
Okay.
uh personally, I think I would try and do some more videos for me, or if I can shoot
Mhm.
stuff for youth service stuff, I would definitely would take the opportunity to, just to make
Okay.
it feel more like just to get more content out there, because
Yes.
I like making videos. I like that whole process of
Mhm.
editing, especially the editing bit, which is surprising because I think probably a lot of people think that's the worst. But I enjoyed a
I
lot,
love
probably one of
editing.
the better aspects.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I love it. I've always, well, like I said, I have a YouTube background too. I think everyone has. And when I first started doing YouTube, it was just the raw, when I was Minecraft, raw footage. But when I started doing like 2K, stuff like that, I was editing, I was, putting music in it. I was trying to splice in some funny sound effects and clips and stuff. And now when I do podcast stuff, I like editing. Try to be very specific with what I cut and what is what, so I like that a lot too. Um, yeah, I like editing a lot too. Do you have, next question, do you have like a dream collaboration as far as music goes? It could be a rapper, it could be a singer, it could be a producer. Do you have like any in the back of your mind? Like if I make it and I could have anybody to work with, this is who I want to work with.
Uh, I don't know how well the styles would mesh at
Mhm.
all, but I love Charlie Wilson's voice.
Dude, that's a great
It's
answer.
so
That's a great
fucking good.
answer.
I don't know how it would work. I don't know. I'll figure that out if the time ever comes, but
Cross
God, dude,
that bridge when we get to it. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. His voice is so fucking good. And it's so iconic too.
What a great answer. My exposure to him is kind of limited because he works with Snoop Dogg a lot, and I went through a big Snoop Dogg West Coast phase, and he has a great voice, and I think you could definitely find a way to mesh your style with his. I'm sure he's a cool guy.
Yeah. I think if we went for like a rapper, man, I see your shirt. I just knew Andre would wash me on a track.
Oh yeah.
But like just to meet him, that'd be cool enough.
Right.
Who else? Producer? I don't know, maybe Kenny Beats. I love Kenny so
I like
much.
Kenny Beats. He's funny.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice
Just like
dude.
just as a personality. Plus,
Yeah.
he's just a nice ass guy.
Yeah. And I think
Funny too,
Andre's a
yeah.
pretty cool dude too. I think he'd be pretty chill, and whether you body him or he bodies you, I think your styles would mesh pretty well together. He's a pretty leany. I feel like musically, I feel like he's pretty consistent, but he's also very versatile.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see Cole Hamilton, 3 Stacks, and Charlie Wilson produced by Kenny Beats one day.
I don't mean to keep adding to the list, but I just keep thinking of more people.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Like James Blake or Slow Tie. I just thought about Feel Away. Definitely those two. That'd be fun. Because I love both of those guys, and I especially like Slow Tie because he's just a fun like personality. He's well, okay. The award show we won't talk about that, but he's just like he's an entertaining character.
Yeah,
I love Slow so much.
Okay, that's a pretty good list. Definitely definitely see that happening. But you know what? We are going to talk about show stealing for a second. We are, because our last 2 interviews back to back. Episode 3 was easy. Episode 4, Black Mask, we talked about show stealing features. And I know as a fan of hip hop, you know what a show stealing feature looks and sound like. I'm sure you could probably think of a bunch off top right now. But your feature on Proclamation Part 2, which I think is actually just a remix to Proclamation.
Yeah.
That one, your verse, that fits the bill. Show stealing feature. We literally have 3 episodes back to back to back where someone has a feature that blows me away, which is crazy.
Talking about them nowadays, back up on my sour days, spin you like them Beyblades, get my fucking pay raise, kick you like I'm Pele, fuck up what you saying, man. I've been in my own lane, book a flight, I'm on the way, count my paper, I've been saying, trying to spread the name, showing Houston, fuck Dallas, kicking in my palace, see my malice, fucking checks and balance, it's my power, this my hour, shit that make you suck as sour, looking down from a tower, yo.
I just want to know, how did you get on the song, first of all, and can we expect more Cole Hamilton features in the future, outside of Youth Service?
Shout out kfilthy. It's so funny. It's such like a weird thing. So it was 2 guys who I went to high school with.
Okay.
And they just made the song originally together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember specifically if he had asked me to. I think I just asked to rap on it. And I was like, hey, can you send me the beat for this? I kind of want to just rap on it, just do something stupid.
Yeah.
I started off and I was like, all right, I don't know if I want to take this serious. And then I just took it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really fun experience because I never rapped on like a drill like beat like that or anything.
I was gonna say that was very out of
place, out of style,
comfort zone. Yeah.
But I like the flow I came with. I like some of the lines. I can't remember specifically. I had a Lamar Jackson line in there I liked. But
yeah. my roommate's a big Ravens fan, so I hear about Lamar Jackson all the time.
Oh, I'm a Browns fan though, but I still love Lamar because Louisville, so I gotta love Lamar.
Yeah,
but
of course.
If it's Sunday and they're playing in Cleveland,
pulling for the Browns.
Fuck yeah, I'm pulling for the Browns.
Oh man,
Nick Chubb.
Yeah, big trust. So I just thought that was a good. And again, I've said this last 2 episodes. I mean, no disrespect to the main artist, but you gotta. Everyone in your career, if you get bodied, you get bodied. And it is what it is. And Cole Hamilton killed that shit. So I just want to again shout out to Cole Hamilton.
Also, to answer your other question, you would ask if I had any more features coming up. I do on Domingo Kite. He's another rapper who used to be affiliated with Youth Service, but like he's still in that family kind of thing. Okay. He's a remix coming out, so I'm gonna be on that song too as well.
Rock the Mic exclusive right here. New Cole Hamilton coming soon.
Eventually, yeah.
So we've been throughout this whole interview, we've been hinting at the famous Youth Service, and here we are finally. Let's talk about it. How did this group come to be, how did you join it?
Bro, fucking Reddit. Okay, so it's so funny for my story. I was just walking around back in May of 2018, I think. Or was it May? May of 2019. Because it's when their song Cactus came out. So I was just walking around my neighborhood, scrolling the Brockhampton Reddit. I saw their song, and I liked it. I became a fan of them like in an instant. And so I just followed their music until February. Actually, no, it may have been May 2018 till February 2019, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. The dates kind of confusing me. Just keep, man, it's been so many years. If it's just so weird. It's been so long. But I I was just a fan of their music, and they were
Yep.
asking for vocalists to join, and if anyone wanted to, like, kind of try out. They weren't just saying, "Okay, now you're in the group." It was kind of like if they
They took
liked
it
your stuff,
serious. Yeah.
yeah. It was a serious aspect, which I liked. It was pretty nice. But in an instant, I became part of the family because I always showed support, and they had like some of my previous stuff, like what was it, the Drowning EP, which is
Yeah.
mainly at the time it was coming off of 2 mixtapes or EPs where I was just kind of shittily going by rapping on trap beats that weren't really made for me.
Yeah.
And that EP was kind of okay, I need to show that I can prove myself and actually like do this instead of just
Right.
kind of, I'm sorry, Chiron, but bro, I just had to, I just had to sit down and write some stuff like that was actually good and wasn't like generic shit. And it
Right.
was good for the time. I don't know how good it is now looking back on it, but having that under my belt, it definitely helped me helped me have a good repertoire for getting into the group.
Well, there you go.
Repertoire? Yeah, I think.
I know what you mean. Even if it's
Resume.
not, I follow. Resume. Yeah. Definitely. So like you had to like find yourself musically a little bit, and then
before I
that-
got in, but
gotcha. And then now here we are. What was that? 2-3 years ago, and now
it's been 2 years. So
yeah.
2019.
Okay.
February 2019.
All right. And now you're full-fledged youth service.
Full-fledged ground stay member of the youth.
There you go.
The main promo. I just be yelling on the stories. I be leaking all the time, and they get mad at me, but I'm gonna do it later today.
You're gonna do it anyway.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna talk a little bit more about promotional campaigns and things like that later. Because that I just want to say it right now. Actually, that is one of my favorite aspects of your career. Just because I think you promote yourself very well, and youth service promotes their content very well. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I really like that aspect about you guys. But I'll come back to that. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's awesome. But I do want to ask, what would you say the difference between, making a solo project and youth service? Or is it I say solo project, but Jay Powers, obviously you guys are working pretty closely, but is one working with youth service, is it easier or harder just because there's even more mouths to feed? So is it easier to work solo comparatively to youth service, or what's your thoughts?
I think it's a lot easier to work with a group, because especially with us, like I can hop on a song and bounce off someone else, and that
Right.
chemistry's there. Because that's something that we have that's pretty good, is just having that strong chemistry. Because it's like we're a family. We've known each other for 2 years, so we've been able to grow together, bond together. Especially when we met up in Cleveland, for those sessions. But it's a lot easier because like sometimes it's already ideas to go off of, but sometimes you're just alone. There's no vocals on a track yet, so you have to be the one to put something on there first, put the idea out there first, and then someone to bounce off of that. And so the track just kind of comes together in this like interesting way. And it's so nice to look back on and see the original drafts. Like trying to think, for a couple of the songs off Out of Focus, it was very interesting. I Miss You, But I Miss You Only More, that song. It was so cool to see how evolved that song became before the outro or the breakdown came together and before my verse was even added. It was kind of just plain, or not plain, but just like not what it is now,
Yes. Gotcha. So you mentioned you guys had all met up in Cleveland. Was that for Out of Focus, or was that for Long Distance?
That was for Out of Focus.
Okay.
Back August 2019. Yeah, August 2019. We had all met up for a week in Cleveland. 2 of the guys flew out from Australia. Me and Brady flew out from Iowa and Kentucky, just to all meet up there and live together for a week, make music for a week. And it was a very interesting experience for me because I had never sat down with a group of people really and made music.
Yep.
So it was new to me, but it was also fun. And I haven't really done it since, especially because majority's my bedroom making music whenever the time comes, and
Mhm.
especially with the quarantine going on, I wasn't able to last past year.
Right.
But something I definitely want to do again with those guys specifically, but with long distance. You want me to get into that now, or
Yeah, that's actually that perfect segue here into our next question. I do want to talk about long distance. It recently just turned, I think, a year old, I
yeah,
believe.
I think a year
Um,
old now.
yeah, so that was actually super. That was a very interesting, fascinating the way it, the way it came together. I thought it was very cool, um, very unique, and I would like to hear about that. So that perfect segue. Here we go. Long distance.
So the idea was originally created by Kirilanka. Shout out the Corn Boys, but they had created an EP entirely in 24 hours. So it's a group of
Hmm.
two guys. So we did the same. We asked for permission, of course, first, but we're close friends with the group. So
Okay.
they didn't mind or anything. So like maybe a month or so later, we started a live stream on Twitch, and we all got in a Discord call together. And we
Yep.
after promotion and all that, we started making an EP all on 24-hour live stream on Twitch that you could watch. You
Yep.
can't anymore because the VOD is not saved. So that's lost in the
Dang.
fire. That's
That's
like yeah.
so. Oh my God.
It's like the we live stream sessions back in Cleveland, but
Yeah.
someone forgot to download them. So there's like 2 left. There's like I don't know. I think they're in the drive somewhere, but
Man, I would have
uh
loved to watch that footage. Come on, guys.
there's some clips on Twitch I think still, but it's mainly just
Okay.
us fucking around.
Yeah. Okay.
It was really nice. It was really interesting. We would just go through the process that we have normally, but kind of in a shorter condensed version.
Right.
Um, but it was really really fun because we could like broadcast our production style or fuck, what's the word, like just how we do stuff, just
Yeah.
broadcast that to our audience and people who would come in and join and just become fans then.
Okay. Yep. Well, that's cool. I think that is a very, again, I'm gonna get into the promotion kind of thing, but that is sick. I really fuck with that heavy. Um, we just talked about out of focus. You kind of answered this question already, the recording process for that. And I do want to ask, obviously there's the big difference with long distance and out of focus being long distance was done um on a live stream and you had a bunch of people watching, but obviously we talked a bit about how out of focus was recorded, but what was the difference mainly, do you think, between the long distance and out of focus?
Well, hold on. To go back to your previous question, I just need to shout out Jack Churchley. He pretty much runs the promotion and what goes on during then. I just kind of
Okay.
go on the story and yell, but he creates the art, the
Jack,
graphics.
if you're watching this,
Jack,
shout out to
Jack,
you.
we
Really fuck
know
with you.
we know you love us, but we love you too. You are
Yes.
amazing. Your designs are stupid. You're beautiful. Uh, just shout out Jack Churchley. He's
Shout out Jack.
amazing,
Shout out
man.
Jack.
But with the difference between out of focus and long distance, there's so much more polish on
Mhm.
out of focus, which makes sense because it's an album that took about a year to finish. So it's expected for there to be polished moments and maybe
Yes.
not some polished moments because we're still growing, we're still making everything in-house. So there's probably moments that aren't amazingly perfect, but in comparison, you know, musically it's better, sounds better, and just
Hmm.
everything sounds more expensive because there's a
Right.
lot more time where you can go back and fix things.
Yep.
Because the whole thing for long distance was pretty much we recorded it in an hour or 24 hours. We recorded, wrote, produced, and made a lot of the art in 24 hours. We went back and mixed and mastered, of course, just
I
to
was
make
gonna
it
say,
sound
did you
better.
guys mix
No,
during the stream? Okay.
he made, well, towards the end of the stream, he finished like he did some mixing and draft
Mm.
like to make it playable because we played it at the end of the stream, but we put it together afterhand and we released it like a couple months later.
Right.
But there's just a lot more polish and it sounds more expensive on out of focus in comparison to long distance.
Okay. So again, Jack, shout out to you. We got one more question before I get into the whole promotional thing, but I will give you your flowers in just a second. But the youth service singles, It's All Right was probably my favorite out of all the ones you guys have dropped. The remix though, with who was that? AS1. AS1 really took that to another level. Really, it was speaking of show stealing features. Love the youth service, love the boys, but AS1 really bodied that shit. Um, how did you guys connect with him, and how did you decide to put him on the remix?
So he's someone that we knew. He was on the song back when it was first made in Cleveland. So that
Okay.
song was made, that and Hold Up. It was
Yeah.
Hold Up was the original beat, and there was just a small outro that came into It's All Right, made by Sam Brew or Icarus, who's also a
Okay.
part of the group. But neither of the two were in the group at the time.
Okay.
So we were on the stream. AS1 heard it, and he was like, "You know what? Send this to me, and I'll try and do something for it." He sends it back to us with the fucking hook that is so nice, and then the song comes out, goes through goes through the whole progress, goes through the whole evolution that it had. So its finishing comes out on the album, and then a month or so later, he's like, "Can I think you wrote a verse to us and you just sent it to us. I don't remember completely, but we thought to release a remix for it, and so we did, and
Yeah.
that's how that kind of came about. But he was with It's All Right through the whole like lifespan of it, pretty much.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Well, shout out to him. I definitely I gotta hook up with him too, because I haven't really listened to anything other than his verse on that, but I definitely want to check him out because he seems like a cool dude.
He has some stuff on some new youth service coming up soon.
Okay. Dude, I'm staying with the teases, bro. Staying with the hinting. I fuck with it.
League God.
Leak God Cole Hamilton. So finally, Jack. This is for Jack. The promotional campaigns are my favorite thing about youth service. My favorite thing about Cole Hamilton as well. I could go on forever about the shit you guys do. Obviously, the Youth Friday series, which was that reminded me of
Kanye West.
Kanye's Good
Yeah, Good
Fridays. Yeah,
Fridays.
yeah, that reminded me a lot. So that gravitated. I'm a big Kanye fan, so I gravitated towards that just because I definitely picked up on that. You guys had a bunch of YouTube videos leading up to Out of Focus, that campaign. The music videos, of course. This interview, the quarantine concerts. I could keep going on and on. What I want to ask you, well, Jack, again, shout out to you, but I really would like to ask you, what makes you so, you're doing everything you can. You're doing what you can to you're hitting the pavement and you're getting your name out there. What makes you so hungry for that?
It's what you got to do. And like, there's obviously so much more we could do. We want to get into TikTok. We just haven't gone down that path yet. And
You
actually,
definitely should tap into that for sure.
it's such a good market that we just haven't gotten anything to do yet for it. But we have ideas that we just haven't gone through with yet.
Okay.
But you just got to get out there. You gotta stay promoting yourself, especially when
Stay consistent.
Exactly. And we should probably stay more consistent than we are at the moment.
Yeah, me too. I feel it.
But just kind of keep in touch with your fans. Always give them some more content. If it's not music, just give them a little tease every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them know you're live. Let them know you're there. That's
yeah,
why
I'm wondering. Yeah, my fans are probably like, people listening to the podcast are like, where did this dude go? I definitely got to start posting more. I keep telling myself that. I'm like, I got to post. Got to get Facebook. I got to get Instagram. Got to do Twitter, YouTube, all this stuff. I definitely got to get on that. But you're inspiring me to do that because the way you're pushing your stuff makes me like, wow, I got to do what he's doing. Yeah, so shout out. Thank you.
And if you saw the Discord, Jack just doesn't stop. He's literally made an entire fucking album rollout for us already.
I respect the hustle. I respect it. I should get him to do Rock the Mic promotion because this is I can't do it. Maybe I'm not good enough, but maybe Jack can help me out.
I'll ask him. Don't worry.
Okay, shout out to you.
Jack.
Okay, so does he do the cover arts for like the everything too? Wow.
He does the cover arts, the Spotify art, he Yeah, have you seen Lost music video?
I might have checked it out when I was doing my due diligence, my homework for this, but I can't remember off top.
There was this like revolving wheel of pictures in the video. I think he made that in Blender or something, but he's always applying himself to be better and make better stuff with better programs. He's always learning. Like he learned Blender, and that's how a lot of the Youth Fridays 2021 singles came about.
Okay.
He rendered out the disk drive for every single thing. So the picture and not the picture, the disk drive and the CD were all like renders and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But he's always like scanning stuff and just sending shit in Discord, and we're just all baffled by what the fuck he's making.
It's like, bro, what are you doing?
I'm like, no, legitimately, he's made up songs that haven't even come out or that haven't even been made yet, like song titles, like fucking Win 45 and shit.
It's like, bro, we haven't even made the song yet.
Exactly.
The song doesn't exist.
The song doesn't exist, and he's out here making art for it.
Well, I did what I was going for with this one. Obviously, Jack is the one that handles this. Do you guys have any input? Do you help out with that at all, or is that all Jack?
We provide criticism and stuff that we would like to see, but a lot of it is just Jack.
Okay.
We let him have machine. A lot. We have him. Yeah, definitely a one-man machine. But we give him a lot of creative freedom, just to.
Okay.
We don't try and push him in a different direction, but like if his little critiques, like he always. Sorry, Jack, to call you out. He always makes typos, so we always have to proofread before we finalize stuff. We have to proofread it, or like we'll always be like, "Oh, Jack, you misspelled that." He's like,
so my bad, guys. Sorry, it happens.
but it's like the inside joke now. So there's like no like seriousness in it. It's just all fun, pretty much.
Okay.
But he has a lot of creative freedom for what he does. He just kind of makes stuff and just kind of that's it. You know, that's what we're going with.
Okay. And this now that I'm looking at this question, another rock the mic first. This question doesn't really. I don't know if this really you can answer this because it sounds like a Jack question, but I think the cover arts and stuff really do a good job of conveying the emotion kind of presented in the songs. And I don't know, is that what I was going to say? Is that intentional? And I was going to say, do you put as much effort into the cover art as you do the music? But obviously Jack does that. So do you think, maybe speak on his behalf, is that intentional for it to kind of coincide with the themes?
It definitely is, because with Long Distance, he was making art for it as we made the music. So he was able to listen along and kind of get a feel for what he wanted to go with visually while we focus on the sonics. And we had brought him along back in, I think, early 2020 to just to work on the out of focus promotion and the album art, because we loved his work just on his Instagram page. I think he was the first person that ever interviewed us for his magazine way back. But we gave him just like, we gave him the album and what we had then, and he just started making stuff. And it took a while. It took a very long time to decide strictly on what we wanted. Yeah. And we were like, once we saw it, we were like, yeah, that's it. That's what we want for Out of Focus, and it's the album art that's on now.
Okay.
But he's always in listening to stuff. He'll listen to a lot of the stuff in the Discord. He's just making stuff that really, like, he'll hear it and it's like, okay, I'll go with this. And I think he definitely tries to fit the vibe for sure in what was going on musically.
Good. I like that, and I think that's definitely that connective tissue. Really, it kind of elevates the music. Just brings it to a whole new level. Shout out to Jack again. I'm really sucking him off right now, but he's dope. All the youth service boys are dope. Hope they check it out, because maybe they'll hop on the Rock the Mic pod. Make some connections with my boy Cole Hamilton. But speaking of you, if I had to narrow down, and this is tough because you have a lot of great songs, but if I had to narrow down 5, and I'm going to include youth service in this, No order. I think my 5 favorite Cole Hamilton songs, I would probably say Smile More, 4 Minute, Runaway, the It's Alright remix, and Ice on the Road. Those are probably my 5 if I had to pick, no order. But if I had to pick number 1, I'd probably say 4 Minute, just because that really clicked with me. I'm not sure, but the message I think is really what got to me. But those are my 5. If you had to pick your 5, could be unreleased songs as well. Do you have a personal 5, or maybe even a top 3 if you can't narrow down to 5?
I feel it'd be harder to narrow down to 3.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with unreleased shit. So
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
we got Pink Boy. No specific order yet, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Pink Boy, Smile More.
Yep.
Pay Cut for one of mine. Battle Cry. There's nothing. I don't know. Shihika. I think that's how you pronounce it. Shika. I think I forgot really. Agora is also a really good one that I love. That's definitely a fan favorite.
I like that one
Agora,
too.
Pay Cut, Pink Boy. Shit.
I think you said Smile More.
Smile More, yeah. So is that 4?
That's 4.
Shit. Maybe Flack. Flack's also a really good one that's unreleased.
Yeah. It's tough narrowing down 5.
Short a Buck is good. Gaze is good. Shadow Bowler Monty.
Man, you got too many. You got too many songs. We should have done a top
demos.
10. We should have done a top like 15.
I wouldn't have been able to name them all. There's too many.
Oh my god. So now we're gonna be wrapping it up here. But what is next for Cole Hamilton? You've been teasing throughout the interview, but I want a concrete, definitive answer. When's the new music coming out? Whether it's solo or youth service, what do you have planned?
Well, as I said earlier, there's a feature coming out. I'm not sure when Dom's gonna drop it, the remix, but it has AS1 on it too as well.
Okay.
So he does really good. He's fucking probably washes me, but
wow. I'll be the judge of that.
definitely not the show stealing feature on that one. But mainly focus on KF, youth service, KF era. I don't know what to say because I don't want
to get you in trouble. Yeah,
I don't want to get euthanized.
All right, fair enough. Well,
but
there's definitely, here's what you could say. Is there music in the vault somewhere?
Oh god damn, there's music in the vault, bro.
Pink Boy, I might build where cut a shot. Pickpocket, leave you posted like I'm Randy Moss. Check your feel, check your roll, you was not the boss. Drag your toes, yeah, we know you can't keep up. Pink Boy, I might build a way I cut a shot. Pickpocket, leave you posted like I'm Randy Moss. Check your feel, check your roll, you was not the boss. Drag your toes, yeah, we know you can't keep up. Eyes down, beamer on the kids who cannot break the barrel. Overlooking like I'm a selective blind, fit to mute, I'm over you. I can hear the competition sound is breaking back too. And we breaking backs too, yeah, we bringing back to my spot. Yeah, we got enough rooms, hitting batter, cause JJ be swinging both ways.
And it's gonna come out at some point.
It'll come out.
There you go. See, that's the politically correct answer. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. It'll come out.
Right.
KF, shout out KF boy. Shout out every single demo that has seen the light in the past few months. We started work. So we're working on stuff right now. We've been working on it since. A lot of the stuff that we're working on now is newer that we've decided to actually go with, but we've worked on what we're aiming towards since before Out of Focus came out.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're just kind of compiling stuff up, seeing what we really like, what we really want to drop.
Out of Focus was really like the tease for what this is. This mystery project.
We just kind of didn't stop working. We just kind of kept going and trying to work towards what this KF era has to hold. KF era, dude, stop. KF. Get it? Let me hop on the Discord real quick and let me keep some unreleased shit. Oh man, Cole, thanks for coming on the show. Really appreciate you being here. Is there anything you want to say before we sign off? Anything you want to add? If you don't follow Youth Service already, it's at It's Youth Service with no apostrophe because Instagram is dog shit. But you should follow us on Instagram. If you don't follow us on TikTok at Youth Service, because we actually got that. Follow us on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you listen to. If it's SoundCloud, kind of straying away from that. We're on Bandcamp though. New Youth Service coming soon. You can follow me if you want. Real Cole Hamilton. I don't really mind. I kind of just shit post about the Reds winning and the Reds probably losing. Football's coming up, so I'm definitely gonna be
Big Browns posts coming up.
definitely big Browns post coming up and how they lose the first week to the Chiefs. But new music coming soon. I'm definitely excited for everything that's coming out. Hopefully I can make some music in here.
Yeah.
But shit. Thank you for having me on, man. It's
Of
definitely been a
course,
lot
of
of fun.
course, of course. It's been great, and I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm gonna let that Reds comment slide anyway. But Cole, thanks for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow us on our social media platforms as well. We've got new content coming soon now that I've got this interview with Cole, and that's all I got for you guys. This is the Rock the Mic podcast, all hip hop all the time, and we out.